Hi everybody! So today I am doing my top 10 drugstore favorites. This is also a drugstore collaboration with Rymingtahn here on YouTube. If you don't know her, I highly suggest you go check her out. She, like me, uses only cruelty-free. She's really beautiful. And she's expecting a little bundle of joy. It's such an exciting time for her. So go tell her hello, check out her favorites, tell her I sent you. And this way you guys get a nice mix and variety of drugstore favorites from two different people, different skin tones, different skin types, and you could just kind of see what works for each of us and our favorites from the drugstore. So I chose the number 10. I felt like that was a good amount of products to show in this video, and they're like my 10 favorite holy grail things. Speaking of the holy grail things, everything that is on my face I will be speaking about. Like, I'm wearing strictly drugstore on my face for this video. And I also filmed a get ready with me, so if you're interested in my face makeup, I will have a get ready with me coming up next week. And it's all drugstore, so hey, saving you some money, and it looks pretty dang good if I do say so myself. Like, it's as good as some of those high-end brands. So let's get into the video. Alright, so first thing I want to talk about from the drugstore that I love, e.l.f. brushes. I especially love their face brushes, and these are three of my favorite. I'm counting these as one item because I can. This first one is the e.l.f. blush brush. This is so good, guys. This is my favorite. I use this every single day for a highlighter. It's just like the perfect little tapered size brush that just picks up the right amount of highlight and blends it onto the cheekbones flawlessly. It's my favorite brush ever. I love it so much and it gives me such happiness. One of my favorite brushes ever, and it's just so convenient, affordable, and it works so good. Next, you guys see me use this pretty much all the time in all my get ready with me's. This is my favorite foundation brush. It's also from e.l.f. It's the Ultimate Blending Brush. It's obviously dirty because I just used it, but it's just a nice little dome kabuki brush that has a nice bit of give. It's not too dense, but it has like it's the perfect texture to blend and buff in the foundation. Another one that I really love for foundation as well, this is the flat top powder brush, but it's just a nice perfect flat top. It's perfect to buff in the foundation as well. Okay, next favorite is what's on my eyes. This is my favorite drugstore eyeshadow palette. This is the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone. As you can see, mine is well loved and pretty beat up, but it still works really good and I love it. I probably should replace this, but you know, it still works, so I'm going to keep using it. I have the green side right there on my eyes today, and then the brown side, look at it, it's perfect as well. It's just a really nice palette if you're somebody that likes neutrals. These are so buttery and pigmented and smooth. They are unreal. And from the drugstore, it's such a good quality palette, very pigmented, super soft, blendable, and lovely eyeshadows. I'll show you one of the darker ones. And super pigmented, look at that. Like, what? And it's Wet n Wild, it's so good. I think everybody should own that palette, so if you don't have it, go buy it. I promise you're gonna love it. Alright, next two favorites are a couple of cheek products from the drugstore. I think there's no surprise here that this is my favorite blush, even of all time, and it's drugstore, it's Jordana, it's like $2. Like, this is as good, if not better, than some of my high-end blushes. It is such a beautiful pigmented coral with a little bit of a gold sheen. This I have on my cheeks, and it's perfection. It's one of my favorite blushes of life. It just goes on and blends like a dream, and it's so complimenting to my skin tone, and I think to many skin tones, because that's a nice coral, gold, peachy kind of color, kind of like a NARS Orgasm kind of blush that's supposed to look good on all skin tones. There's a swatch of it. It's so good. It's literally my favorite blush. I have this on my cheeks probably like 5 days out of the week, which is saying a lot. It is one of my absolute favorites. Next thing is my favorite highlight from the drugstore. This is from Physicians Formula, and it's the Shimmer Strips All-in-One Custom Nude Palette for Eyes and Face. And it's the natural nude one. The packaging is really cute, a little bulky, but cute. And it has a different array of colors, so you can just pull from certain areas. So if you want more of a pearl, a bronze, pinkies, like, it's just really good. I just like to swirl it all around, and it gives me such a gorgeous, like, perfect opal-y kind of highlight. So you can see that there, it's just gorgeous, and that's what I have on my cheekbones today for that gorgeous highlight. I know, and from the drugstore, it's perfect. Next is this foundation from e.l.f. I have it on my skin. Once again, I'm a broken record here. But this is the Acne Fighting Foundation. I'm in the color Buff. This I got on sale also from the e.l.f. website where there was like 50% off, so I got this bottle for $3. And it's so good. It's really full coverage, but it doesn't look like cake face. It just blends in really nicely to your skin. And it does have salicylic acid, witch hazel, camphor, and tea tree, and aloe in it. So if you're somebody that suffers with clogged pores or breakouts, this would be really good for you because it's also going to help treat that while it gives you a flawless face. And because it has the aloe in it, it's not like at all drying whatsoever. My skin is kind of normal to combo, like I get a little bit oily in my T-zone like most people, but the rest of me is pretty dry. And I don't find this to give me any problems with any dry patches or dry spots. It does well on the oily areas and does well on the dry areas. So I think it's a really good foundation for anybody year-round and any kind of skin type. I think it's going to do good for you guys. Let's talk about this concealer. This concealer is amazing. I've seen so many people rave about this, and they rave about it for a reason. It is such a good concealer. Once again, I think it's like $2 or $3. So good. This is from LA Girl. It's the Pro Conceal. They have a ton of different colors. They also have a ton of different color correcting colors and contour colors. They'll have a color for you. I use the color Natural because it's kind of like a peachy color. It works really well underneath the eyes to brighten up the under eyes and get rid of shadows and darkness. Just flawlessly masks the dark circles and makes it look really beautiful underneath the eyes. It doesn't crease, it doesn't look heavy, it doesn't look cakey. It's fabulous, and for $2 or $3, I know, it's so good. Definitely highly suggest if you guys need a good under eye concealer or spot corrector, or if you want to use it for contour. It has a little brush applicator, which makes it really easy to apply. Sorry if you can hear my heater, but like it is literally snowing, so it's cold, and the heater is like, yo, your house is freezing, so let's turn on and warm up the place, you know? Next favorite is this e.l.f. roll-on shimmer. This I thought I wouldn't like, and it just reminded me of like back in the day when I first started wearing makeup and they had like the roll-on shimmer stuff and roll-on glitter. Do you guys remember that growing up? I do. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, that's, you know, so juvenile, like I don't really want to wear cheapy makeup. But this is not. Like, oh no, no, no. Oh no, no, no. This is so beautiful. And I like to dab it in the center of the eyes to give like a sparkle. This is so pretty. The color I'm showing you is Salmon. It's my favorite. And the one I have on my eyes today is Walnut, in case you guys are wondering, but you'll see that in my Get Ready With Me. Here's Salmon. Can we... What is that? Perfection is what it is. Look at how pretty, pigmented, and sparkly and metallic that color is. It is so gorgeous. It's just like a beautiful peachy champagne with a lot of shimmer and shine and metallic. Ugh, that is perfection. If I've ever met a shadow perfection, that is it. That is it. Shadow perfection. This makes me happy. So I highly suggest this. This is just beautiful. You could foil it, you could just pat it on dry. You could roll it on if you want. Like, it's just such a good eyeshadow. So stunning, and I think super underrated, because I think a lot of people look at this and they just pass it by. But until you look at the awesomeness inside of it, I know, guys, it's so good. Highly recommend that, and once again, it's maybe like $2 or $3, pretty affordable. My favorite drugstore mascara is the Jordana Best Lash Extreme. I do not have that on hand, but it is my favorite. It's like $2.99, super big volume, voluptuous lashes. I love it. But like I said, I don't have that, and I didn't want to go out and buy that because I have a ton of different mascaras to use up at the time. But a close runner-up is the e.l.f. 3-in-1 mascara. This kind of has a funky brush. It has like a little ball at the tip here, but that helps you really get in and like really get at the base of the lashes and really builds up some nice length and volume. How creepy is that face, right? I'm just trying to show you without looking too creepy, but it gives really good volume and length at the same time. Plus, this will stay on. Like, I can cry and this won't go anywhere. So it is a little bit of a pain to get it off at the end of the night, but it's super long lasting, so, and it holds a curl good, so love. Alright, last but not least are some of my favorite lip products. They are both from Milani, and they are both from the Color Statement line. One is a lip liner in the color Spice. This is my favorite lip liner of life. I love it. It's just such a perfect rosy nude. It's so perfect. It has a little bit of brown, mauve, and rose to it, so it's very versatile. I love using this with nude lips. I love using this with pink lips, with whatever kind of lips I'm using. This usually works. I mean, except for maybe like a purple or a red lip, you know, you might need a red or a purple lip liner. But this pretty much works for everything else. And it's just fabulous. It's so creamy and smooth, but it stays put. It helps keeps your lipstick on longer and prevent it from smudging and bleeding outside the line. I love this. And my favorite lipstick from the drugstore is what I have on right now. This is Plumrose from Milani. It is one of my favorites. It's just like the perfect pinky. It's so creamy too. It's like the perfect plummy rose, as the name would suggest, plum rose. Very versatile, very beautiful. It goes well with that lip liner as well. It's just a really great color. These are creamy, pigmented, smooth, non-drying, and just one of my favorite lipstick formulas. They do have kind of a funny scent, like Fruit Loops, but it doesn't bother me so much because the product inside is fabulous, and for the price point, it's a phenomenal lipstick. Like, it rivals high ends because it's just pigmented, creamy, smooth, and it's a good lipstick, okay? Alright everybody, so that was my drugstore favorites. Don't forget to go head over and check out Rymingtahn's channel. You'll love her. Tell her congratulations on the little bundle of joy. Watch her video, tell her I sent you, say hello. And if you're coming from her channel, welcome. I hope you guys stick around and stay a while. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Heart you guys all. Bye, everybody.
Now that the heat has come on, it's kind of like a sauna in here. Let's do a thumbnail with an empty box. Let's try and, I can't fit everything in the box so it shows, but you know, we gotta work with it. Chops with my That's so obnoxious. It's questionable. It's like balance, but show it. I think we're good. I think we got it. And my coffee's all cold. I mean, it's like icicle cold. I mean, I like, evil Dr. Porkchop, I like iced coffee, but not when it was meant to be hot. Hello, is it me you're fighting for? I can see it in your eyes. I bet you never see me look so attractive. I know. It's almost frightening how good I can look sometimes. I should have done something else with this hair. I'm sorry you guys had to endure the, I don't know, 4-day-old hair, 5-day-old hair. No shame. Okay, a little shame. Tiny bits of shame. But yeah, when you have coarse, dry hair, you don't want to wash it all the time because it's going to suck out all the moisture. Duh. That's my favorite emoji. Little sassy girl. Alright, if we could just ignore the hair because it is in fact hair washing day and you know I'm working to make it look semi-decent. Got some dry shampoo in there so I got a little bit of volume, but it's a little questionable. I literally was planning on wearing my beanie because like, right? That works. But then I feel so incredibly weird wearing a beanie. But it is snowing outside, so yeah, but we're taking it off because I'm a weirdo. Already weird enough as it is. We don't need to add to the weirdness. But if we could just ignore the hair, okay? Okay. And this is also a Drugstore Favorites collaboration. This is also a Drugstore collaboration. Wait, what? Drugstore collaboration. No, the drugstore is not collaborating with me. How obnoxious is that? But they're so pretty. This is also a Drugstore collaboration. Okay. My favorite drugstore why? So first thing, what do I want to talk about first thing? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing stuff. 8. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What am I missing? What am I missing? I'm missing something. Mascara, that's what I'm missing. So put it away. I talk to myself. It's totally normal. Ran out of breath there. As asthmatic here trying to sing. Not a good deal. Not a good deal at all. But this concealer, it just kind of flawlessly. It just kind of flawlessly. Why can't I say flawless? That's right, right? Tell me, camera, I'm right, right? Okay, guys, I think we're all. That was it.